Right friends, welcome back to Learning Space. This is the first capsule of 45th week. This is on most important topic of demonetization. Government has taken one of the most decisive steps in recent times to control black money, that is a demonetization of rupees 500 and rupees 1000 notes. The decision came at appropriate time after several measures by the government during the past 2 years. But the operational part has got so many deficiencies. So that is the biggest problem and citizens are facing because of operationalization of this decisive and bold decision. And let us start with who controls coins and currencies. Let us start with the coins. I am going to deliberate in detail first about coins, followed by currency notes, followed by salient features of rupees 500 and rupees 2000 notes, and subsequently we will deliberate about black money, generation of black money, then velocity of money, what exactly the meaning of velocity of money, and subsequently positive aspects and negative aspects we deliberate in detail about this demonetization process. Let us look at the coins. All the coins and rupee 1 note comes under Indian Coinage Act of 2011. At present, 50 paise coins are legal. 25 paise coins were demonetized in 2011, and at present coins are legal tender from paise 50 onwards, and at the same time, as per Indian Coinage Act of 2011, central government can mint up to rupees 1000 coins. Central government can go up to rupees 1000 coins as per Indian Coinage Act of 2011. This is one important point. And at the same time, this Indian Coinage Act of 2011 is totally monitored by Government of India. RBI has got no say in this except distribution of coins. Look into the next issue. Rupee 1 notes also comes under the purview of Coinage Act. As I have already told you, that's why it bears the signature of Finance Secretary. And coins are minted at 4 places: Mumbai, Hyderabad, Noida in Uttar Pradesh near Delhi, then Kolkata. Then there are 3746 small coin depots in the country, along with the currency chests. This small coin depots maintained by various banks on behalf of Reserve Bank of India facilitate distribution of currency notes as well as the coins across the country. This is picture, please look at it. These are various coins starting from 50 paise right up to rupees 10, but central government can go up to rupees 1000 coin. And if you look at the currency notes, these currency notes are as per RBI Act of 1934. As per this act, currency notes can be printed up to denomination of rupees 10,000. And if you look at the printing of currency notes, there is one organization, that is Bharatiya Reserve Bank Note Mudran Private Limited. This is wholly owned subsidiary of Reserve Bank of India. It has got 2 presses at Mysore and Salboni. So currency notes are printed at these 2 presses. At the same time, there is another organization, that is Security Printing and Minting Corporation of India Limited. This is under the Ministry of Finance and it undertakes printing of currency notes along with other government documents. And it has got 2 printing presses at Nashik in Maharashtra as well as Devas in Madhya Pradesh, and the country's oldest printing press is Nashik in Maharashtra. And RBI's total currency management system consists of 19 issue offices of RBI as well as 4075 currency chests across the country. This figure may vary depending on the addition of new currency chests. So please don't take it as sacrosanct. Anyhow, the currency management system has 19 issue offices of Reserve Bank of India and 4075 currency chests across the country, and these currency chests are maintained by various scheduled banks and on behalf of Reserve Bank of India. This is very important. These currency chests are maintained by various scheduled banks on behalf of Reserve Bank of India. This is very, very important. And if you look at other aspects, most of the currency chests are maintained by State Bank of India, and similarly they are maintained by other commercial banks, cooperative banks and regional rural banks on behalf of Reserve Bank of India. And Reserve Bank of India distributes notes and coins through its 19 issue offices, currency chests and small coin depots. And the demand of currency is calculated by Indian Statistical Institute at Kolkata, and it reports to Reserve Bank of India with regard to the calculation of demand for currency, or you can say the requirement of currency, and ultimately Government of India will take final decision based on the recommendations of Reserve Bank of India with regard to the requirement of new currency. So this is clear to you how the currency notes are distributed. Please go through this. Printing presses are there. Bharatiya Reserve Bank Note Mutran Private Limited at Mysore Salboni, and Security Printing and Minting Corporation of India Limited printing presses are there at Nashik and Devas, and they are distributed through RBI offices, currency chests, bank branches, and directly they go to the public. So here important aspect is currency chests are maintained by various banks on behalf of Reserve Bank of India. So what is meant by demonetization? Demonetization is nothing but stripping the currency of its legal status. It means the currency becomes infructuous or redundant after the specified date. That means it is just like any piece of paper after the specified date, and the government, or you can say the Prime Minister, directly announced on 8th around 8 p.m. that from midnight of November 8, these two notes will not be legal tender except for some emergency services, and all the notes are to be surrendered either to banks or to post offices by 30 December 2016, and subsequently up to 31/3/2017 to the branches of Reserve Bank of India. So from April 1, 2017 onwards, these notes will become redundant, right? So whatever the notes available are to be surrendered to either banks, post offices or Reserve Bank offices. So this is all about demonetization and surrender process. Legally they are not valid from November 8th midnight onwards except for some emergency services, and all the notes are to be surrendered to the banks or post offices up to December 30, and from December 30 onwards to RBI offices up to 31st March. Right? This is all about the process led down by the Government of India. And if you look at the previous instances of demonetizations of currency notes, government demonetized rupees 1,000 and rupees 10,000 notes in 1946. Subsequently, in 1954, government brought rupees 1,000, rupees 5,000 and rupees 10,000 notes. And what happened subsequently in 1978, when Morarji Desai was the Prime Minister, government demonetized rupees 1,000 and above value notes. The Government of India brought rupees 500 note in 1987, and subsequently in the year 2000, Government of India brought rupees 1,000 note. But the interesting and important point is the circulation of rupees 1,000 notes increased by more than 100% in the last 5 years. At the same time, the circulation of rupees 500 notes increased by more than 70% during the last 5 years. So this is a very important point. And if you look at rupees 2,000 note, which was newly introduced for the first time, the features I have given here: base color is magenta, size is 66 millimeter by 166 millimeter. On one side Mahatma Gandhi and on the other side motif of Mangalyaan, and it carried Devanagari numerals also, and it has got 7 bleed lines, basically for visually impaired persons. If you look at rupees 500 note, the color is a stone grey. and size is 63 millimeter by 150 millimeter, and it carries Mahatma Gandhi on one side and the motif of Red Fort on the other side. It also carried Devanagari numerals, and it has got 5 bleed lines for visually impaired persons. And for clarity and understanding, as approximation, I have given here, one is our GDP. Our annual GDP is rupees 135 lakh crores. These are approximations. Don't take them as sacrosanct, but roughly I have given. Our GDP is rupees 135 lakh crores. Then central government expenditure is 20 lakh crores of rupees. Central government's revenue is around 15 lakh crores. Right? So the fiscal deficit is around 5 lakh crores. These are approximations. Don't take them as sacrosanct. Only for your understanding, I listed out various figures as lakh crores of rupees. Our bank deposits are more than 90 lakh crores of rupees. Our exports are more than 18 lakh crores. Our imports are 26 lakh crores, and overall currency in circulation around 17 lakh crores of rupees, and the circulation of rupees 500 and rupees 1000 notes is rupees 14 lakh crores, and roughly 86% of total currency in circulation, and our cash to GDP ratio is around 12%, right, which is substantially high in comparison to some developed countries. Right. So from this you can easily understand how much currency is in circulation in our country. So before going into the advantages and disadvantages, let us look at the black economy and velocity of money. Black economy. World Bank estimates black economy or parallel economy in our country in the range of 20 to 25% of real economy, but unofficial estimates puts this figure at 50 to 100% of real economy, and black money transactions are quite common in real estate, mining, higher education. Please look into this slide. This is real estate, then mining. Black money is quite common in real estate, mining as well as higher education. And as I have already told you, the circulation of rupees 1000 and rupees 500 increased in recent times enormously by more than 100% for rupees 1000 notes, as well as more than 70% for rupees 500 notes, and these are primary conduits for anti-social elements like terrorists, Naxalites, smugglers, drug peddlers. And this black money crosses the boundaries with under invoicing in exports as well as over invoicing in imports, and it goes to tax havens. It goes to tax havens and comes back to India as FPI or FDI, which is known as round tripping. Please look into this slide. It is very clear to you. From India, our money goes abroad to tax havens, and finally through participatory notes it comes back to India. This is known as round tripping, and to prevent this, recently Securities and Exchange Board of India tightened the participatory notes disclosure norms. So this is about round tripping, and at the same time participatory notes, as I have already told you, participatory notes is another source of conversion of black money to legal money through foreign countries. So please look at this. Foreign portfolio investors will issue participatory notes, and with the issue of participatory notes, our black money is coming back to our country, right? So these are the dubious means employed: round tripping, participatory notes. So these are the measures employed by various dubious firms to take black money from our country abroad, basically to tax havens, and coming back to our country, which is known as round tripping. And this money is also used to acquire various fixed assets in foreign countries, and this money stays as money in secret foreign accounts, but this money in secret foreign bank accounts is coming down day by day because of international pressure on the secret bank accounts, right? So this is all about black money, and please look into this slide, how the black money is generated, how the black money is circulated. I have given here real estate transactions, then educational institutions, political corruption, corruption in bureaucracy, mines and mineral sector, illicit liquor, at the same time criminal activities like smuggling, narcotics, then underreporting of production in our country. So these are the ways and means of generation of black money, and how it circulates across various continents. Hawala route, what is meant by Hawala route? Hawala is the transaction which is prevalent in South Asia as well as West Asia, where if you give money to Hawala agent, you will get equivalent amount in some other country, in some other currency, with some commission of 10%, 20%, that is prevalent in South Asia as well as West Asia. Then smuggling of drugs or narcotics, then through underworld dons, money goes out. Then under invoicing, over invoicing of exports as well as imports. I have already told you, through illegal arms across borders. So these are the ways and means how our money circulates in various countries. Right now, velocity of money is very important. People are talking about circulation of black money. As I have already told you, the total money in circulation of rupees 500 and rupees 1000 notes is around rupees 14 lakh crores, all of which cannot be black money. Some of it may be counterfeit currency, and some of it may be used by Naxalites, anti-social elements, terrorists, and at least 11 lakh crores to 12 lakh crores is held by citizens, and part of it is black money. Not all. Maximum currency notes definitely held by Indian citizens as the legal money. It is not black money. Maybe around 2 lakh crores of rupees to 3 lakh crores of rupees is black money. And here velocity of money is very important. When I go to barber shop, when I give rupees 100 rupee note to barber shop, then he may not keep it with him. Immediately, afternoon, he may go to vegetable vendor. Vegetable vendor may sell vegetables to him by taking 100 rupee note. Subsequently, vegetable vendor may not keep that money with him. What he will do? He will pay as a school fee to his daughter. So this 100 rupee money changed hands in a single day 3 times. First it went to barber shop, then the money changed hands with vegetable vendor. Subsequently it has gone to the school. So 100 rupee note changed hands 3 times in a day. So this is nothing but velocity of money. So the rate at which money is exchanged from one transaction to another transaction is velocity of money. And we are talking about black money in rupees 500 and rupees 1000 rupee notes. But the most important factor is during the past 2-3 years, even 5 lakh crores of rupees black money might have created illicit assets worth 50 lakh crores because of velocity of black money. So by this time, lakhs of crores of worth illicit assets might have created because of the currency circulation of black money in rupees 500 and rupees 1000 rupee notes. What I mean to convey is, if we strip out rupees 2 lakh crores of rupees to 3 lakh crores of rupees, it will have only insignificant effect on the black economy, because illicit assets worth lakhs of crores of rupees have already been created because of velocity of money, right? So having learned this, let us look at immediate benefits of demonetization. Immediate benefits: terrorists, Naxalites, drug peddlers, smugglers, they will be affected, and funding through dubious means with the new currency notes will take at least 3 to 4 years for these anti-social elements. And as expected by the government, at least rupees 2 lakh to rupees 3 lakh crores of currency may be stripped out of circulation because of, as I have already told you, there is around rupees 14 lakh crores of currency in circulation when you look at rupees 500 as well as rupees 1000 notes, and out of this total money, rupees 2 lakh crore to rupees 3 lakh crores of currency may be stripped out of circulation because of counterfeit notes, because of notes with the terrorists, because of the money kept inside the lockers, because of the money kept inside the homes by the people who are indulging in illicit activities. So, the black money holders, some of the money may be stripped out. The more effect will be on counterfeit notes as well as notes with terrorists or Naxalites. Then counterfeit currency will be eliminated in one stroke, and counterfeiting of the new currency may take much more time because of more security features added to the new notes. And overall, it is a stern message that government is quite tough on money launderers. Right, having learnt this, let us look at positive aspects as well as negative aspects. Positive aspects are, this is one of the boldest decisions taken by the government after independence, no doubt about it. Second important point is, it is a death blow and a stern message to the black money holders that government is not going to leave the tax evaders. And this is the opportunity to bring more and more people into the tax net. Then penetration of permanent account number given by income tax will increase, and at the same time this is the opportunity to increase the digital transactions across the country. Then next point is cost of the assets, especially in the real estate sector where these dubious deals of black money takes place, will definitely come down in near future. What I mean to convey is the real estate rates may come down in near future. And banking industry, there is one positive aspect as far as banking industry is concerned, and at the same time there is negative aspect also. If you look at banking industry, especially public sector banks, they are saved to some extent because they are saddled with non-performing assets, and because of more deposits they have more money to lend, and this is positive aspect. But at present, credit offtake in the country is not satisfactory. Credit offtake is not satisfactory, so you cannot comment straight away on this at this juncture, but more money into the bank's coffers. Then legitimacy in each and every financial transaction in future will uplift the image of country as a whole, and ease of doing business index will increase. And this step will have positive effect on the economy if this is followed by further stricter measures in future. Increasing digital transactions, increasing the market value of real estate transactions, all these things if government implements in future, then this will have positive effect. Then this along with Real Estate Regulatory Authority, all of you are well aware, Real Estate Regulatory Authority is going to come up shortly. So this step as well as implementation of Real Estate Regulatory Authority in states and union territories will result in transparency in the real estate sector, and GST is going to come up from 1st April, and with the introduction of GST, compliance will increase, which ultimately leads to improved ease of doing business in our country. And the endemic disease of corruption in developing countries across the world will find some answers if India's experience proves successful. Right? So these are the positive aspects. Look at negative aspects. These are also equally prominent. Parallel economy, or you can say black economy, is the source of livelihood for several people in our country. Whether you agree it or not, parallel economy is the source of livelihood for several people, especially below poverty line as well as lower middle class people. They are dependent on this black economy for livelihoods. This will have its own effects on the lives of below middle class, as majority of them derive their livelihood from the firms where proper accountants are not maintained. You see, real estate sector, lakhs of people are working in real estate sector, and nowadays carpenters, plumbers, they are getting daily wages of rupees 500, rupees 600. That is partly due to proliferation of black money in real estate sector. And at the same time, if you look at the MSME sector, most of the accounts are not maintained properly in MSME sector, and with the blow on the black economy, this MSME sector may also be affected, and it may result in the loss of livelihood, at the same time loss of income to common man, or you can say below poverty line. Second important aspect is black economy is partially responsible for the proliferation of private educational institutions and hospitals, and the quality infrastructure in government sector is not in existence in hospitals as well as schools. Moreover, the confidence of people on the government schools, government colleges, government hospitals is coming down day by day. And under these circumstances, the reduction in black economy will affect the standard of living of common man, as they are still dependent on private schools and hospitals. We are not sure whether private schools and hospitals will reduce their fee structure. Right? When currency controls are there, it affects demand. The most important aspect. When currency controls are there, it affects demand directly. When demand is affected, what will happen? GDP will be affected. If GDP is affected, what will happen? It will result in loss of jobs. Already we are into the era of jobless growth, and this will further aggravate the problem. If you look at other aspects, majority of the country's population is financially illiterate, and under these circumstances, transition to cashless economy cannot take place overnight. And it is a continuous as well as a time-consuming process, especially across the rural hinterland of the country. And fifth point, very, very important. Though government is monitoring closely, but people are finding dubious means for exchanging currency as well as resorting to investments in gold and jewelry. And under these circumstances, except the counterfeit notes as well as the currency associated with the terror funding, most of the black money associated with citizens of this country will get converted into new notes in due course of time by one way or the other. And as people are resorting to dubious practices, the black money circulation may not reduce much as expected by the government. And another important aspect is, because of collapse of parallel economy, income to state governments may reduce due to the reduced economic activity. Because of the reduction in economic activity, the income of state governments may fall. And already Telangana Chief Minister expressed his concern in this aspect. And other point, construction sector is going to be worst affected, which may lead to loss of livelihood to blue collar workers, lakhs of blue collar workers. And another important aspect is gold smuggling may increase, and there is every possibility that people may hoard gold instead of currency notes in future. And due to velocity of money, as I have already explained to you, due to the velocity of money, black assets have already been created to the extent of 10 to 20 times the black money in circulation, and hence the measure will have a minuscule effect only. Common man is suffering badly for exchanging old notes, and fear psychosis almost crept into the minds of common man because of IT departments questioning beyond rupees 2,50,000 deposits. In rural areas, people keep it in cash, and bank branches are also not properly available. And if people deposit, especially agriculture rich people, now fear psychosis has crept into the minds of the people that IT people may question them. So these are the negative aspects. Finally, I conclude it. Overall, It is the bold, decisive step by the government, and this may not eliminate the effects of the black money in circulation, but it is a strong, stern message, and please obey the laws of the land, otherwise you will be caught. But at the same time, it will have serious repercussions on the lives of below middle class people with loss of livelihoods and reduction in their income levels. And it may happen in the short term, maybe 1 or 2 years. So, during the next 1 or 2 years, more government support is needed to these sections of society to lead normal lives, right? So, these are the critical aspects. If you look at demonetization, we have discussed threadbare about this aspect, and we will have one more capsule as and when further news came into focus, right friends? Please view the second capsule, that is on 45th President of USA, Donald John Trump. Right friends, have a nice day. Thank you.